Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gordon Frayne, and today we're jumping in to talk about rndr crypto. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to grab your free copy of my book, The Rise of Bitcoins. It'll be linked in the description below. Grab it while it's free. It is my gift to you. It won't be free forever, so grab your free PDF copy at the link below. As always, as well, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're on the road to our first 10,000 subscribers. And hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. We're dropping videos pretty much every single day on the channel, so you're going to want to get notified when they drop so you can hit your crypto goals. So, just talking about rndr crypto, it's important to set the context here in the overall scheme of artificial intelligence, because rndr is very much positioned as an artificial intelligence token in the crypto space. And if we zoom out and look at 2023 here and think about the most popular narratives from last year, we can see that artificial intelligence was the most talked about narrative and the most popular narrative of the entire year for 2023. And again, zooming out outside of the crypto sphere in general, we saw the rise of ChatGPT and OpenAI, and really the beginning of this all-out artificial intelligence war among some of the world's largest corporations. And on the back of ChatGPT, on the back of OpenAI, we saw a lot of popularity filtering into the crypto space when it comes to artificial intelligence, and that narrative and the popularity of AI has continued well into 2024. So again, just setting the context here, it's important to understand where we are when we're talking about AI in general. And what we're looking at here is volumes per narrative year to date for 2024. And as we can see, meme coins has been the best performing narrative of the year so far. And in line with being the best performing narrative, we can see that the volumes in the meme coins has been huge in 2024 so far. However, in second place, only to the meme coins, is artificial intelligence in terms of volume being put through all the different AI tokens in 2024 thus far. So AI and the narrative of AI and the amount of capital flowing through the likes of rndr, as well as many of the other AI tokens, is second only to meme coins in 2024 thus far. So again, the popularity of this narrative is not slowing down just yet. And as I mentioned, even recently, we've seen the likes of Apple coming out with an AI integration and a partnership with ChatGPT and Microsoft to further integrate artificial intelligence, creating new and better versions of Siri on your mobile device, where Siri is going to be leveraging AI to have a much more personalized experience for you as an end user. And all of this is kind of coming back to the fact that we're seeing the largest corporations in the world, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Apple, all going to war to gain attention for the end consumer when it comes to artificial intelligence. Obviously, we saw OpenAI and ChatGPT be essentially acquired by Microsoft earlier in the year. We know about Google Bard, and now we're seeing Apple making moves to create these partnerships and create enhanced AI for Siri on mobile devices. So lots of big moves being made, and it's the fact that these corporations are the biggest corporations in the world, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Google. You know, they know what's at stake when it comes to artificial intelligence. We're moving into this new era of, supercomputers and supercomputation that artificial intelligence is able to leverage. And the other emergent winner in all of this has been Nvidia, the chip and processor maker Nvidia, who have hugely ran up their overall market cap over the past couple of years. They actually surpassed Apple just last week in terms of market cap before Apple jumped back to the number 2 spot. But Nvidia were the second largest corporation in the world for a brief period last week, getting over the 3.244 trillion US dollar market cap valuation. And again, the reason I mention all of this, but Nvidia in particular, is because many people are seeing and positioning rndr as the blockchain version of Nvidia. And as we will see in a moment, some of the stuff that they're talking about in terms of distributed GPU, decentralized compute, they really are aiming to be that first mover of the best provider of decentralized GPU for blockchain technology, and be to the blockchain and crypto industry what Nvidia is and has been over the past couple of years to the technology space. So again, the rise of AI and the sheer amount of computation that needs to happen. You've got to remember that when we're using these AI tools like ChatGPT and Claude, Google Bard, they're using vast amounts of computational power on the back end to render and create all the different responses and prompt and process all the information. It requires huge and vast amounts of computational power. Nvidia has served that need over the past number of years in a centralized economy, and Render is trying to position themselves as the solution to the blockchain and AI rendering problem in a decentralized world. And again, just to zoom out, finally, to set the context here for the growth of the AI market over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, we're sitting at a valuation currently somewhere in the region of about $215 billion for the AI market here in 2024. And you can see how exponential we're about to go as we move towards the year 2030, going from a valuation of about $215 billion to over $1.339 trillion between now and 2030, which really is only 5.5 years away. So the amount of growth we're going to see in AI and artificial intelligence over the coming 5 years, it'll be even crazier to think about what this number will be by the time we get to 2035. Could be something in excess of 2 trillion very easily. But the amount of growth we're seeing already in the past 2 years and for the next 5 years is going to be exponential. So jumping into Render Network, as we mentioned, Render are aiming to provide unlimited decentralized GPU computing power for the next generation and 3D content creation. If we jump over to their website, we can see how they're talking about the fact that they're wanting to advance the next generation of rendering and artificial intelligence technology. Distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain is what they're all about. And again, talking about the metaverse here, we know that, artificial intelligence and the metaverse, again, the sheer amount of computational power that's required for doing stuff like the metaverse or distributed gaming in a decentralized fashion, the GPU and the processing required to do all that is growing and growing. And Render are aiming to solve this problem in a decentralized fashion, but also by making that process and the compute more decentralized, they're also trying to create efficiencies of scale and reduce costs for users, institutions, and businesses who are ultimately building these games, these metaverses, and these AI solutions. If they can significantly reduce the cost of GPU by making it more decentralized and doing it in a blockchain manner, they are going to entice more people to use their platform, their blockchain, because it's going to be much cheaper and much more cost effective than purchasing physical devices in order to do all of that GPU processing. So again, Render is positioning itself to really capitalize, and it has been capitalizing, but to continue capitalizing on this AI boom. If we jump over to the coin market cap to see where Render is currently sitting, we are here recording this video on June 15th, 2024. We can see the price of Render is currently sitting at $8 per Render token. We did do another price prediction video on the channel, so make sure to check that out. I will leave the link up here at the top of the screen for you, but you can just search the channel for Render price prediction and you will find that. But again, we can see how the price of Render has gone from sub $1 back here in 2021, that we were here at the 90 cents level, even going as low as 45 cents here in the middle of 2021, all the way up to a high very recently in March of 2024 at above $13.15. And if we think about that from a market cap perspective as well, we've gone from a market cap, again, back in 2021 of about $70 million here in 2021 going all the way to a peak of over $5 billion just a few weeks ago. We are currently back down and we have retraced in line with this market correction, but we are sitting at a market cap today of about 3.1 billion US dollars for Render. It is the 29th largest cryptocurrency by overall market cap, and in my opinion is very likely to become a top 20 crypto coin by the time we get further into this bull market. And by the time we reach the peak, I definitely think this will be a top 20 crypto. Not financial advice as always. But again, if we think about how Render has been performing, obviously we've gone from growth and seen, even in October of this year, October of 2023, we went from $1.70 all the way up to above $13, as we said. We're currently back down to $8. But if you were buying Render in Q4 of 2023, and even as recently as January of this year, you could have been picking up Render sub $4 and done a 3x by the time we got up to the $13 mark. And if you were accumulating during this entire bear market for a 2022, you're probably in a very good position. You could have been buying around that 50-cent mark and you would be up over 20x at this point. So Render, when we compare it to Bitcoin as well, this is the Render Bitcoin chart. We can see how Render has been outperforming Bitcoin over the past year and a half to 2 years as well, because this channel here in between both of the yellow lines is a very strong price trending upward channel. We've got the 1 week chart here. So every candle on this chart represents a 1 week time period. And we go all the way back basically to the very start of 2022, where we saw this consolidation here on the Render Bitcoin chart for a period of about half a year, really, before Render really broke out against Bitcoin. And we can see that since the beginning, pretty much all the way since the very beginning of 2023 here in January, for the past year and 6 months, we've been in this upwards trend with Render significantly outperforming Bitcoin over that period of time. And we still have not broken out of this channel. It looks very strong and very healthy. And one would, it would lead one to believe that we will continue on this upwards trajectory as we move through the course of the next 12 to 18 months during this bull market. So very, very positive sentiment when it comes to Render and how it has performed, not just against the US dollar, but showing us that it has been one of the strongest performers this bull cycle, with very, very good gains, even when compared to Bitcoin's performance. Bitcoin is up over 160% for the past year. So Render is outperforming Bitcoin significantly, as we can see in the chart here, and bodes very, very well for the next number of months. So again, we did a price prediction video on the channel. You can go back and check out the specific details of the price prediction. But I think Render going to a 40 or 50 billion US dollar market cap overall is definitely not out of the picture for this bull cycle, especially if it becomes a top 20 crypto. A lot of people are saying Render could be a top 10. If the AI narrative continues to hold very strong throughout the course of the next year, I think it very much could get there. And if it did, you could be looking at something like 60, 70, 80 billion overall market cap for something like Render. Again, this is not financial advice, but you would have to be living under a rock to not see and understand the amount of attention and hype that has been around artificial intelligence for the past 12 to 24 months. And Render has already been a benefactor of that and ridden that artificial intelligence wave over those past 12 to 18 months. And, the narrative of AI continues to get stronger and stronger. We have the world's biggest corporations at war for your attention when it comes to artificial intelligence, and all of them making moves to get in front of you as a consumer and have you using their AI, because the more people that use these platforms and these AI tools, the more data that these corporations can continue to evolve the learning models on. So they want people using them at any cost. So we are at a war for your attention when it comes to artificial intelligence. That war is not slowing down, and Render will continue to ride that wave of AI. And, depending on how strong that maintains over the course of the next 12 to 18 months, we could very well see Render become a top 20 crypto and possibly even a top 10 coin. So let us know in the comments below, where do you think Render is going this bull cycle? Are you bullish on artificial intelligence? Are you holding Render as part of your portfolio? And where do you think we're going from here? Make sure to check out the other price prediction video for Render on the channel. I might need to do an updated version very, very soon. As always, if you enjoy the content, please smash that thumbs up button on your way out the door. It would be very much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to our first 10,000 subscribers. And hit that bell notification icon so you can get notified. And don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's going to be linked in the description below. Grab it while it's free. It is my gift to you. You won't regret it. And as always, we will catch you in the next one.